So, welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for Monday. Let's kick the week off. It's November 13th, 2023. Buckeyes are 10-0. What's better than being 10-0? 11-0. Yeah. All right. Don't forget, hit the buckeyecast.com. Get in there, get your beat Michigan shit. We have like a week and a half till we play those douchebags. Get your Beat Michigan stuff. Get your Harbaugh cheater shirts, all that stuff. Everything's on sale. Check it out. TheBuckeyecast.com. All right. So I slapped you across the face with the hard sale. Let's go offensive grades today. We're talking offense. Tuesdays are defense. So let's get into it here. Starting off with Kyle. Let's start off with the whole team. Total offense, 530 yards. 353 through the air, 177 on the ground, no sacks. Hello. Just 3 penalties. Third downs need to get better. 5 of 11. That's under 50%, obviously. No fourth down attempts, so no big deal there. Only 66 plays, so kind of on par, on course for the average for the season. But a nice 5.5-yard rushing average as a team. Red zone, 5 scores out of 6 tries. Did have a missed field goal there sometime at some point. What else here? Time of possession, pretty equal. No turnovers, huge. And talking about Kyle, we saw a clean Kyle that we requested on Friday in my 5 keys. We got what we wanted. No mental errors. 24 of 31 completion percentage of 77, 335 yards, 3 TDs. You can't ask for a better day than that, in my opinion. Starting off the game, he went, 7 of his first 8 passes completed. That's huge. And they weren't just dink and dunk this time, so you can't say he was just checked down Charlie this week. First pass was 7. His next completion was 9, then 12, then 19, then 26. The toss to Marv in the corner, then 3, then 25 to Marv. That was a third down. Then he went on another little run here. In the first half, he was, what did he go? Oh, then he went 13 of 15 on the next drive. Total for the game. Had some 4-yard, 9-yard, 4-yard, 12-yard, 9, 5 passes, and 13, 12, 31 to the X-Man on the wheel route down the sideline. Xavier lined up in the backfield and just ran right down the sidelines on the linebacker. Number 7 for Sparty didn't have a freaking chance. That guy didn't even know what was happening. He was way too big to be covering X-Man. So, yeah, and then Kyle continued the fun in the third quarter there with the last drive he was in. So, all in all, excellent day. Again, clean Kyle. You could tell the ankle was still bothering him. He was on the exercise bike sometimes during the game when he was on the sidelines. You saw him wincing in pain occasionally when he came out off the field. So excellent performance by Kyle. He operated the offense as we requested. Clean, efficient, mistake-free, no penalties. I mean, can't complain about that. So let's look at Kyle's passing chart here. Let me pull that up for you and share it. Sharon Peters. All right, here you go. Okay. So as you can see, the deep ball was in full effect. This is you compare this to the Rutgers game last week, and you didn't see any deep ball completions or attempts really, because they were playing a 2 deep safety look. You can't just chuck it deep against 2 safeties. So this game, though, Sparty came out in a little bit different defense, and so you had the 5 attempts over 20 yards, 3 completions. That's an excellent percentage for the deep balls. Had the one touchdown of over 20 to Marv, and then did some damage there in the medium range, 10 to 19 yards, 6 attempts, 5 completions, 83%, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns in that range. Short yardage, of course, 11 of 12. Can't lose there, 100 yards. And just had 5 behind the line of scrimmage, actually, 5 of 6. So deep left, just 1 attempt there. Deep center, 1 completion on the big 57-yarder to Marv. That was a nice ball. Dropped it right in the bucket. Deep right, he had two completions there. One was the corner route to Marv, or the fade down in the corner of the end zone. 2 for 2 there for 51. So all in all, spreading the ball around, getting it done. And again, an excellent effort. I can't complain. There's not much to complain about. I mean, we don't need to chuck it deep all the time. Obviously, if you leave Kyle and the offense in there longer, maybe you get a few more deep balls, but at what cost though? So you can't risk guys getting hurt this time of year. We need to get people healthy. So especially Mecca, Cade, those guys. So all in all, I'd say a great day for Kyle. And I went and looked at his grades on the season, and he graded out his best week this week, a 93.1. That's insanely good. He did have 4 drops this week. So again, receivers, you guys like putting butter on your gloves or what? What the fuck's going on there? Anyways, turnover worthy throws, he had 0 this week. This is the first week he had 0. Those are throws that are dicey, that could go the other way. And then big time throws, as PFF calls it, he had 4 this week. This was his best week there too. So not much you can do about the drops. Again, he was kept clean, so that helps. But excellent week. Didn't need him to use his legs. Let's get that ankle healthy before we start getting outside the pocket and running around. So let's move on to the receivers here while we're talking passing. Marv led the way. I got 9 targets, 7 catches, did have a drop, 149 yards though, 2 touchdowns, and the long of 57. But Marv was all over the place. Catches of 26, 25, 12, 9, 13, 7, 57. And then had the drop. Kate Stover, big time target as well in this game. 7 targets, 7 completions. That's what we like to see. 1 touchdown. Kyle put it only where he could get it on his back hip and on that seam route. Excellent throw, excellent catch. That's how you do it. 19 yards for the long there by Cade. He had catches of 7, 9, 12, 19, 5, 9, and 18 on the touchdown. He had that nice little kind of shovel pass thing that Kyle looked like he did kind of pulled out of his ass in some traffic that Cade was able to bobble and hang on to. So went for a first down. Then you got Carnell Tate chipping in a couple, 2 catches on 2 targets for 26 yards. Jelani Thurman, the big man on my freaks list. Go back and check out my freshman freaks. I think I did it over the summer. Jelani is definitely one of those. 2 targets, 2 catches from Lincoln. Mr. Keenholes, yes. Trey with a couple. And Fleming with 2 catches, 3 targets. Chipper with a couple. X-Man with a big 31-yarder I mentioned earlier. And Emeka, 5 targets, 1 catch. Obviously still not 100%. Let's go to, let's see, anything else on receivers? Oh, force missed tackles. Did we have any? I think we had 1. I think Marv had one. No, it was Cade. Cade had one. Jelani had two, obviously. He's going to have some. And Carnell Tate had one. Yak yards, going through the receivers here. Marv only lined up in the slot 4 times in this game. I thought that was interesting. Emeka was there 20 times. Cade 7 times. But Yak yards, Marv had 40. Cade 44 and fewer yards. So that's interesting. Got most of his yards on Yak. Jelani 18, Tate 16. So good job there. Contested catches. This is something we don't talk about a lot, but Fleming had 2 contested catches. Harrison had 2. Ballard 1 and Stover 1. And Marv had 7 first downs. So big numbers there. All right, let's talk about Trey in the running game. Didn't need a lot of Trey, but we got a steady dose. 13 attempts. I'm fine with that. In a game like this, he probably could have gotten 7 or 8 more carries in the third and fourth quarter if we leave the starters in. But then how much wear and tear do you put on him and why is a good question. So 13 attempts, 63 yards, a touchdown, his long of 13 and a 4.8 yard average. Again, what I loved is 0 negative runs, 0. He had a couple no gainers, but 5, 13, 7, 4, 5, 2, 0, 2, 0, 5, 9 for a touchdown, 3 and 8. So the only thing that stopped him was the end zone on the 9-yarder. So, and then 2 catches, chipping in. Love to see Trey getting catches, 1 for 4 yards, 1 for 10 yards, and a first down. So, excellent day. Let me go back here and check out that's some other grades on him. Oh, yeah. This is the 3rd week in a row Trey has had 6 forced missed tackles. Wisconsin, Rutgers, Michigan State. Each week, 6 forced missed tackles. This is off the charts for Trey. This is like uncharted waters. Excellent production. Did only have 1 carry for 10+ yards, but again, he had only 13 carries, 22 last week, 24 the week before. So, you're going to break off a few more, especially late in the game, probably if you're Trey, and get more of those 10-yard carries. He had 1 10-yarder, 0 15-yarders. So no huge breakaway runs, but excellent day. The forced missed tackles are key, and the yards after contact. He's still getting yards after contact, where early in the season he wasn't getting that much. Against Indiana, even Youngstown State, he was like less than 2 yards after contact on average. But he was 3 yards after contact this past week. Excellent job. And in pass pro, where's pass blocking? Crap. Pretty sure he graded out in the 70s. 1 sec, I got that. Trey, pass block. Yeah, he was 2nd on the team this week in pass blocking with a 76.1. Take that. That's excellent for a running back, man. So great day for Trey. Let's talk O-line. Pass blocking, Josh Fryer led the way, 80.7. Allowed 0 pressures. Good job. Then Trey, I mentioned, in pass pro was 2nd on the team. Then things get a little dicey. Josh Simmons at 72.5, not bad. No pressures allowed. And Cade a 70.7, so looking good there. He only had 4 pass blocking snaps, though. Matthew Jones, now we're getting down into the 60s, 62.8. Now Donovan Jackson, a 28.6. He has been the epitome of a roller coaster, up and down, and you don't know what the fuck you're going to get from Donovan Jackson. Hinsman, even worse, a 15. Oh, puke in my boot. So Jackson allowed 1 pressure and a hurry. That was a hurry. And Hinsman allowed 2 hurries. So we got to clean these things up, man. I don't know how you grade out at 15. It seems impossible. But anyways, so Josh Fryer was your best offensive lineman in pass pro. Run blocking, you got Matthew Jones at a 63.9. Not a lot of great run blocking grades this week. And way down here, you got the next offensive lineman. I'm still going. I'm still looking. Oh, Donovan Jackson, 55. So you got Matthew Jones with a 63.9. Then our next best is a 55 with Donovan Jackson. Terrible week for Donovan. Carson Hinsman, a 53.4. Josh Fryer, a 50. And Josh Simmons, a 45.8. Yikes. I don't know what to say. It's really frustrating. Just the lack of consistency. Anywho, center, you did have Vic Cutler get in there, took a couple snaps. Jacob James, they both took 3 snaps. No damage done, really. Yeah. So you had 3 guys taking snaps at center, but those 2 of those were later in the game. So anyway, O-line still has work to do, but we are making some progress. Again, going back to the team totals, we ran for 177. X-Man had 40 yards, Chip 35. Evan Pryor chipped in 20 yards, and then Marv had the 19-yard end around. That was a nice play design, the 19-yarder. So all in all, getting better. Still need to see improvement. We got one more week, and then things really matter, like get really real. So that's all I got for you today. We're doing defense tomorrow, so stop on by, and we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.